Alrighty, fellas, good morning. Yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski. Welcome back to another PokeMMO stream recap, your daily source of tips, tricks, information, and what's happening to the PokeMMO community. Let's go ahead and get into it. We have a catch event today to play, as well as to talk about, as well as some other things, some other posts, and some really cute posts that I've actually never gone over before that is constantly flowing, and it's a really underrated thread on the PokeMMO Forums. Everything I cover like this is usually on the PokeMMO Forums if you want to go see it for yourself. I always say the PokeMMO official forums is a great place to... It's a pretty good place to be involved in the community and see what's happening and see the discussion and see dev posts and update logs and all these sorts of things. However, navigating forums is not something everybody wants to do. It's kind of like an archaic medium, to be honest with you, and I think I like to try to do that for people, get that information out to you guys via these stream recaps. So if you'd like to see the information, make sure to subscribe. Let's go ahead and jump into it. First things first, we have a catch event today, a Kakuna Rattata themed catch event based on the Lion King. It's our problem-free philosophy, Kakuna Rattata. Isn't that right, fellas? The 7th of October 2025, that's today, 2:30 p.m. ET, so it's in about 2.5 hours. Weird time. At Route 31 in Johto, Channel 1. I would love to get my Entei on the Ironman during that event. That would be so lucky. We'll see how it happens. Kakuna +5, Rattata +5, Caterpie +1, Spinarak +1, Bellsprout. This is a great nest ball catch event. Holy guacamole. Relaxed +3, Serious -3. There is a shiny up for grabs. This is one of our last chances, fellas, to win a shiny Weedle and some free RP before the Halloween event season. We still have about 3 more weeks. Halloween's coming up, dude. 3 weeks? I just said that out loud and I was like, wait a minute, that's pretty sick, dude. Event season's coming up, fellas, and once event season starts, it is hard to slow down. You're only, Halloween event season, for those who don't know, event season is going to start on October 31st, most likely. We never know for sure. Most likely October 31st. The event runs until like November 15th, and then you have usually a week to fucking chill because you just played PokeMMO for like 16 hours a day, for not that long, but like 10 hours a day maybe, for like 2 weeks, 15 days. So then you take like a week to relax and fucking take a break. Let's say you come back to the game on November 23rd. Well, now you have from November 23rd to December 25th-ish, so about 1 month to prepare for the Christmas event. So you have very little time to truly prepare between events, in my opinion. If you really want to be like fully prepared and make Pokeyen, it depends. Obviously, you can still rebuild to some extent, but once event season kicks in, it kicks in is the point. Next up, we have another catch event, a new journey on the 10th of October at 2 p.m. ET, Route 201 in Sinnoh. Bidoof, Starly, Mime Jr., and a few nature bonuses. I've covered this event a few times. There's a non-shiny Turtwig, Chimchar, or Piplup. My Steam just loaded up something. Up for grabs if people are... Sorry, that caught me off guard. Wow. Up for grabs if people are interested. And then next up, we have Chinese catch events, okay? And Chinese catch events are really important for, obviously, players in China, Australian players, and anybody working like an off normal schedule. These events are for you. If you cannot make normal catch events because they're not at a good time zone for you, please check out the Chinese catch events. A little bit harder to find on the forums, which is why I try to shout them out myself. October 10th at Friday at 1600 Beijing time, just Google 1600 Beijing time to my time zone to get a good little conversion. At Hoenn, Route 104. Marl's the main Pokemon you're going to be catching for the full hour, and you have a chance to win a shiny Marl or get 3 times, good IVs on it, and only 500 RP. The RP is split more evenly in the Chinese catch events. These events are at like 4 a.m. my time zone for reference. So these are not, I can't do these personally. I was crazy enough, but dedicated enough, one might say, but I cannot do them personally. Straggy, a Slippery Boy catch event. I love this one. October 11th, 2025, Saturday. 1600 Beijing time, Route 18 in Unova. Some Slippery Boys is the translation. You can catch it to rough Google Chrome translation. You can even get yourself a Gift Flash Slippery Boy or a shiny Scraggy. Shiny Scrafty looks amazing. Check it out. Really cool shiny. Plus 500 RP, of course. That is all the catch events I have to cover today. Now, we get to do an update on a Shiny War because it is the middle of the Team Mr. 9th Shiny War, the 9th Team Mr. Shiny War, and it's going really strong, dude. Is it day 3 now? I believe we're about, yes, because we can actually see here, dude, this new website that Team Mr. is using is fucking amazing, dude. PokeMMO Tools. I think they fully created it from my understanding, but you can literally see how much time is left in the Shiny War. You can see the score in live time. You can see each team. You can see each person who got what shinies and the points, and you can even see that yesterday, bro, Skitty and Baldy got 2 back-to-back shiny Apoms in the Safari Zone and lost them both. Lost them both back-to-back. This is actually insane. You were talking about this to me during the stream, and I didn't have time to like really check it out and give it the proper attention. This is crazy, man. Holy dude. And they're still ahead. The fact that they got 2 shiny Apoms and are still ahead, lost them, is crazy. I officially am rooting for Team Corfish, which almost like hurts me. I prefer to root for an underdog. So like part of me like both teams are so amazing. I was looking through the players, man. It's hard to, you just can't go wrong like rooting for either of these teams. There's amazing players on both of them. I think I lean Corfish, but it's like an impossible choice. I really just want, it's all about Team Mr. In team competitions like this. If you don't know, this is Team Mr. versus Team Mr. Just 2 drafted teams. And I really recommend other teams, if you care about shiny hunting, to do this. Like, it is so beautiful. It inspires your team. It inspires you guys to work hard, get a ton of shinies, get rare shinies, build out your team portfolios, team's portfolio. It's an amazing thing. We can go click on like Nith, see, meet Nith. Who is Nith? Like, okay, Nith is a guy with 30 OT shinies and no rares, it looks like, but a secret shiny like you know, Lunatone, like, or sorry, Solrock. We can get to know these players. I love this website. I love that the effort. Team Mr. is the original creator of Shiny Wars, and they always try to just up their game and get better and better and better. And it's a good benchmark of what we're capable of as a community, and what we can do. I always say, to create our own content. PokeMMO is a sandbox game, in my opinion, mentally, and this is what can be done with it. And sometimes people just don't, and I understand you don't want to, not everyone wants to come home from work and build spreadsheets and build a website. And I get it. I'm not trying to say everybody should do this, but I think this is a good benchmark of what can be done, and I think it's really beautiful, right? We can get to meet Jimmy Bunkle, aka the Bunkster, aka the Elemental Monkey Madman, bro, the man who got us the Elemental Monkeys for the complete Team Mr. Shiny decks. Like, it's so sick, dude. Anyways, I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on from it. I could yap about it all day. I love Team Mr. I love what they're doing. It's so fucking important for the community. Even if I wasn't a member of Team Mr. And at this point, I'm kind of an honorary member. Like, I don't even really play my main account, so like, they're just nice to me. I love what they're doing. They're doing really cool stuff. Next up, Legendary Shunting. I thought this was an interesting way to approach it. You've heard me talk about it in the past if you've watched my content continuously. I really don't like the position that Legendary Shunting is in right now, because you can't really purposefully Legendary Shunt. If you don't know, right now you can only get 1 Legendary encounter per month. You could get 2 of them, to be fair, like 1 in Kanto, 1 in Johto, and that's going to take you 20 hours per 1 encounter. And then after that, that's the encounter. That's it. That's your 1 shiny roll. And I don't like when you can't purposefully shiny hunt a Pokemon. If someone's favorite Pokemon is shiny Zapdos, I want them to be able to hunt, even if it takes them 20,000 hours on average or something ridiculous. But right now, the way it is right now, based on guesstimated numbers, we don't even know the shiny rate for legendaries. We don't know the legendary rate either. So based on the guesstimated numbers, I believe of 1 in 5,000 for the legendary rate, and I don't remember what our shiny rate was, to be fair, like 1 in 10,000 or something like that. It is currently not possible to get a legendary in this lifetime. If you hunted Zapdos every month, every 3 months or whatever, right? It'll take like hundreds of years. It's just not possible right now to get a legendary in this lifetime, and that's silly. I think it's lame. I think all things should be achievable, if not very, very hard. I'm a big fan of MMOs. I'm a big fan of grinding. I'm a big fan of goals that seem impossible but are doable. Like, I'm okay if a challenge, if a grind wants to take 5,000-10,000 hours for like the utmost highest achievements in a game, I'm okay with that. But when things start to take an amount of hours that literally aren't possible in a lifetime, part of me is like, what's the point? Because then it's just, if you have a shiny legendary, or legendary as we call it, it's just a display of luck, which feels shitty to those players. It's like, what if those players did work really hard for that legendary? What if they did like run back and forth? Right now it kind of just feels like a feeling of luck, which feels really, really shitty. That's the main problem. We definitely need a legendary sync as well. But yeah, this is yeah. So this player basically suggests, that's the problem. This player suggests, what if we could release one of the legendaries and put them back into the wild, and that would reset their encounter chance and reroll their reroll for shiny and IV in nature. I.e., I encounter an Entei, I kill it by accident. Now I have a 1 in 500 chance to encounter again. I do it, I catch it, it's not shiny, I release it. Now the encounter is back in 1 in 8. But even this, I think this is even too harsh, which is kind of crazy. I've said it before, even if you just make it so that the 1 in 500 legendary that you encounter can for those who don't know, if you fail to catch a legendary, whether you kill it, it kills you, whatever happens, right? You run from it. If you fail to catch it, it lowers it to a 1 in 500. Even at that, let's pick up our calculator. Even with that in mind, I think it would still be an incredibly long hunt. So let's say that legendary was just re-encounterable as a shiny form, right? At 500 encounters, 1 in 500, you get 300 encounters per hour. Oh, what's the math on that? So let's just do... Oh, I'm terrible at math. What would the math be on this? I'm trying to think. So normally for a 1 in 20 Pokemon, for reference, normally for a 1 in 20 Pokemon, it would be a, oh, what's the math? Why am I blanking on all the math today? I'm so sorry. Because let's do 30,000 divided by 100 hours for a single encounter hunt. It's 300 hours per single encounter hunt. Okay, so it's easy math. Sorry, I'm just blanking today. Excuse me. It's 300 hours per single encounter. No. I'm having a massive brain fart. Give me 1 second. Okay, excuse my silly willy brain. The math's very simple. It would be 30,000 encounters divided by 300 encounters per hour, which is what you get when single encounter hunting. So it's 100 hours per single encounter shunt. We know that, right? That's common knowledge. Now, what you would do is you would take this and multiply it by 500, which is how many shiny hunts you would have to do on average if the legendary is 1 in 500. So even if we, is my math correct? That would be 100. Even if we, is my math correct, chat? Even if we made the current legendary re-encounterable as a shiny, it would still be a 50,000 hour hunt. That's insane. If that's assuming the legendary shiny rate is 1 in 30,000, which I don't think it is. We think it's somewhere around 10,000. So let's say they keep that rate. Let's do more math. Let's say they keep that rate. Let's say legendary rate is 1 in 10,000. How would you even do that math though, right? So it's right. Even if they made it re-encounterable in its current state, it would be a 50,000 hour hunt, which it's even harder than that for reference. That's not even possible. It's even harder than that. You would do 10,000. I'm not even gonna try. For some reason, my brain is fried today. I can't do any math. I'm so sorry. Anyways, the point is that legendary hunting is very, very difficult right now. Okay, it's very, very, very difficult. It's not really viable. I would love to see it become viable. That's the point I'm trying to make. Next up, I want to talk about the Vanity suggestion thread. Okay, the Vanity suggestion thread. I've never looked through this. This is super fucking cute and super adorable. Okay, this is awesome. This is just a suggestion thread where you can go through and suggest vanities. That's it. So if we scroll through, this person suggested a cute little like berry basket for people who like do berry farming and like the hardworking farmers of PokeMMO. I thought this was super cute. Either put it on your head or put it in your hand. Hat/glove section. I love it. We can keep scrolling. Someone else wanted some sort of specific knight helmet. Teutonic knight helmet. We have some sort of winged helmet in the game. Someone else wanted some sort of like fire robes. We have something similar to this, to be fair, already in the game. Robe/cape. I thought this was really cool. This fucking sword. This sword, like it kind of like a guts sword, but it's nice and big and glowing in red. Very cool, very cool. I thought this was wholesome and cute. Some different ranger antlers. I think we already have some ranger antlers, but I could see new ones. Like we talked about Xerneas or Sawsbuck inspired. And then this guy talked about, this is the only one where like it would be sick, but this one's tough. New hairstyle, hairhead V, and like these look amazing. It's kind of hard to see. The problem is that these would just like power gap the electric storm so much. It's a little concerning, but how much do we care about new vanities like overpowering old vanities? Do we want to hold back new amazing vanities just to not power creep previously made I don't, probably not. Like we didn't with the flaming skull and the demon skull or whatever, the flaming demon skull and like the old flaming skull mask. So I don't know. It's a tough. There's an interesting discussion there, but I've never seen this thread before. I wanted to go over it. I think it's really fucking cool, and if I can check this out every so often, there's like 100 something pages. 106 pages of vanity suggestions dating all the way back to 2013. This is a very cool forum thread that I would love to go through in great detail at some point and see how many of them maybe made it into the game in some form. I think that'd be really interesting, number one. And number two, just hopefully encourage more people to give their ideas. I like going over these forums. A big reason I visit the forums and I show you guys the forums every day is hopefully to encourage more productive discussion on the forums and hopefully encourage more productive posts, like more Vanity suggestions. So that's the daily news for the day. Let's go ahead and jump into the actual gameplay. Any questions from chat? If you want to join the chat, join the stream. I'm live Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. You can join, watch me be terrible at math, and ask me questions in live time to see if I have a decent enough answer. Thanks for watching. Let's jump into it. Here, someone asked if I'm only preparing for the Halloween event or all of event season, and I've been preparing for all of event season the best I possibly can on the Ironman account. Obviously, it's its first event season as well. If it's your first event season, there's only so much you can do to prepare. I don't want people to feel like no one is going to fully prepare for their first event season. It's just not viable. There's just so many things that pop up out of the blue, so many things that fall through the cracks, so many things to miss. It's gonna happen. It's good. It's okay, and that's okay. You know, just it takes multiple years for players. In my opinion, for me, it took, maybe you guys are smarter than me, which is probably true, knowing that math club recently. Holy shit. But like it gets better and better and better, and you can only do so much every single year. I doubt people can prepare fully the first year. Like, it just takes multiple years to fully grasp and get the event. Okay. And then but I want to talk about like how preparing for the Halloween event, in my opinion, does actually prepare you for most of the other events. So as long as you get raid Pokemon, like the fire team, the fighting team, and then a bunch of other whatever else you can get, like you want as many raid Pokemon as possible. Don't get me wrong. I made a list of like the 20 ones you can do to get to do like most of, if not all, of the Halloween raids. Should be all the Halloween raids. But those raid Pokemon are also going to be used, for the most part, there will be some out of the blue things, obviously, in the Christmas event and in the Lunar New Year event raids. Those mons are kind of the same, right? And then the other thing, let me do this turn 1 sec. Swap Lunatone. Sorry. Kill the dog. The Entei. Okay, chill. And then psych up Rotom. Okay, following a guide. Anyways, the other thing is you need pumpkin for the Halloween event. You need pumpkin boss Pokemon, whether for hard mode, for easy mode, whatever it may be, right? You don't need those for the Lunar New Year event and for the Christmas event. The Christmas event doesn't really require any Pokemon, if I recall correctly. It's usually just, you know, mysterious balls and catching Swarmons. If anything, a catching Breloom is, make sure you have that. I think some people might be forgetting that, but hopefully if you're going into event season, you at least have a gym rerun team and like a catching Breloom. That will honestly help you do a lot of things. And then I can only do one thing at once as I'm getting older, of course. Yes. Yeah, basically you need extra Pokemon for the Halloween event that you don't actually need for the other two events. You need Pumpkin boss Pokemon. You don't need that for Christmas, and you don't need it for Lunar New Year event. Lunar New Year events, other activities like Abundant Shrine, right? So there's like the Lunar New Year last year did have the high-level trainers, the Zodiac trainers, where you could like go around and fight those for extra rewards. But as long as you have any sort of PVM Pokemon, you probably should be good. Eventually, endgame PokeMMO does become just getting as many endgame PVM Pokemon as you possibly can get and possibly can collect. But if it's your first event season, I think if you're fully prepared for Halloween, the other events kind of just follow suit, right? That's my point, is if you prepare for Halloween fully, you'll probably just be good for the other events. That's what I wanted to talk about. Someone mentioned like, oh, only preparing for Halloween, but not the other events as much. The other events just don't need as much targeted preparation, is basically the TLDR. Great question. Oso, who's a valued member of the community, says, I'm not one to make forum posts, so I would like to bring attention to an issue here. On mobile, the encounter counter's initial positioning covers the menu button, meaning you can't open the decks, change channels, look at your friends list, and you can't even open your bag. And on top of that, it's so fucking hard to move the encounter counter on mobile. You only have like 2 pixels you have to drag, and if you miss it, it just opens the encounter counter. Devs need to fix the need to move the initial positioning. Dude, that's one of those things like, I can't imagine. This is why, once again, it's one of those small things. I think it's important to, should we be upset if the devs say, hey, this thing's gonna come out and then it doesn't? Yeah, we probably should be upset. That's valid, right? But it's good empathy to practice, to understand, like, it's one of those things, bro. I don't, as a PC only player for the most part, right, I don't think about like, oh yeah, with the encounter counter update, they have to figure out not only like the PC UI but also like the mobile UI and actually make it like a professional video game. They can't just like plop it in some, like, that would be really, and so it's also a lot of people in chat, like 2 or 3 high level players are also agreeing with Oso having that same issue. I love when mobile players or different types of players speak up about these problems, because I don't play mobile. So I have it on like a tablet, you know, cheap tablet. Like I don't really play that much, right? Maybe once a year. I don't really play on mobile. I don't see these problems. So when you guys let me know these problems, it's really fucking good that I can echo these sentiments and hopefully, number one, let other people in the community be like, hey, we see you. Don't worry. We know it's a problem. We're trying to try to talk about it. And then hopefully get that information to the devs, because the devs just don't see all those problems all the time either. So great call, man. Great call. Is the Exp Reamplifier worth the 2.2 mil? It's a great question. It depends on what stage of the game you're in. The Exp Reamplifier is a very good item, but only really at endgame, in my opinion, is it really worth it, because it's so much Pokeyen. It's basically an expensive, you could buy 5 XP shares and get almost the same effect, and that's going to cost you like 250k, and you could also sell those XP shares back. I had 5 XP shares for a decade, like so long in PokeMMO, right? So you get the 5 XP shares, and that's going to do what the Exp Reamplifier does in most instances. But the benefit of the Exp Reamplifier is being able to put items on your Pokemon while you XP train them. So for example, you can put Everstone on Meowth, and that's really nice to like not let it evolve into a Persian for pay to pick-upping. And then the other main benefit, the Exp Reamplifier did get buffed. I have a video called "Is Exp Reamplifier Worth It?" and that video really covers a lot of my main thoughts here. But it did get buffed at a certain point, and the buff was very specific that a lot of casual players might not notice. So the way that XP shares work is that 50% of the XP goes to the lead Pokemon and 50% goes to the Pokemon with the XP share, right? It splits the XP evenly. The Exp Reamplifier is 25% goes to the lead Pokemon and 75% goes to the rest of your party. That's under level 100. So if you are in, most of the time when people are XP training, you're using a level 100 Pokemon, right? So if you have a level 100 Pokemon and then a level whatever in the back, with XP shares, that Pokemon is getting 50% of the XP, but with the XP Reamplifier, it's getting 75%. So you get 25% more XP, which is a lot effectively. Like, you're wasting less XP, and that's going to the monster in your party. That's a big benefit. But 2.2 is just so much Pokeyen, and we XP train far less than we realize in Pokemon, even though it feels like a lot, especially if you're a main account. If you're an Iron Man account, you XP train a ton. It really comes down to a lot of factors. It comes down to, at what point can you afford to spend 2.2 mil on a fancy XP share? I would say at endgame. At, like, if you have 10 mil cash, you could buy an XP Reamplifier, in my opinion. If you have maybe like 6 mil, you probably could buy one. If you have 3 mil, I would not recommend buying an XP Reamplifier unless you XP train like a fucking ton, and that's like your main way of making money, or it's the main thing you do in the game, maybe. But I would say save up a good amount of Pokeyen and have stuff to fall back on before you invest into a Reamplifier. Great question. I read the first part of this question, Clarko, and I had a response, and then I read the rest, and I was like, ooh, wait a minute, that would actually be really unfortunate. Just a thought, would you be annoyed if they released an official Iron Man mode at the start of event season? If they did, would you start again and essentially miss event season or continue your unofficial one? That might literally be like worst case scenario. That if they release an official Iron Man mode, it actually might be the worst case possible thing that could happen, because I've spent all of the, for me personally, in my video game, okay, not, you know, let's calm down, but I've spent all these months preparing. Like, that would suck. And I've always said, if they make, I would be happy if they made an official Iron Man game mode. I would be happy. I'd be overjoyed. That'd be sick. That'd be awesome. I'm so down for that. I really hope they don't release one. I really hope they don't release one right during this, right as the Halloween event starts. That would suck. And to be honest, I think the answer is I would have to ditch all of my preparation, go start from scratch. I would go do it. If they dropped, it would suck. It would be really stupid. It'd be really lame because everyone's prep. It'd be really dumb. They should not. If they have Iron Man done, just fucking literally hold that. I'd rather you hold it until like next summer. If you hold the Iron Man mode until next summer, I don't think they have it done, to be fair, but hold it until people are a little bored of it. They've done all they want to do. Yeah, we'll lose all of our progress from prior stuff, but it'll be important to have that official, so we know who's not cheating and stuff like that. It's really fucking important. Unfortunately, people do cheat in PokeMMO. Like, it happens. Look at people like getting banned during Shiny Wars. Like, some of the best players, sometimes you get lured to the dark side. So it is crucial to have an official Iron Man game mode, and I would restart if they added one. But I really hope they don't add one at the start of event season. That would literally be the worst case. Like, the worst, like, stuck between a rock and a rock hard place. Like, that would suck. Someone asked, are raids solo content? And no, they are not. They are a 4-player cooperative piece of content, but there are single, like, solo activities you can do, like fighting the mini bosses, beating up the kids for their spooky candy. There are solo activities you can do during the Halloween event and most of event season. So I prefer solo content personally, so I get it, like the Pumpkin boss. But you do want to try to get raids done if you can. You can solo queue for raids and get random teammates, but I strongly don't recommend it. To be fair, it's probably getting better. Now that we're like 2-3 years into raid solo queue, I do bet that a lot of people have gotten, like, every year it's going to get better and better and better. People's the Pokemon they have access to, the information spread, like, it is going to get better and better and better every year. Someone in chat said, I solo queued all last year and it was fine. Everyone took Metamons. To be fair, maybe I just haven't solo queued enough over recent years. Maybe it's gotten a lot better. I'm not a fan of it. I don't recommend solo queue. I recommend, like, joining my Discord or any other Discord. Doesn't have to be my Discord, but any other. Find a place where you can make friends. I think that the PokeMMO event season, if you're someone who plays solo, kind of like a lone wolf type beat, it is the best time to make friends in the game. It's never, because you're forced together and you kind of can build these bonds. It's really beautiful. Even if you start, what you can do is you can start solo queuing, and then you'll run into some players who are maybe pretty good or have good teams, and then whisper them and be like, hey, you did a great job in that raid. Can I add you? And then, like, that's how you can, like, build connections. People sleep on, because we have the GTL, the global trade link, and, you know, there's all these functions. You don't need to interact with anybody in PokeMMO, but if you do, the benefits are astounding. And also, it's just fun. It shouldn't also just be like logical benefits. It should hopefully be, wow, your experience is heightened by, you know, keeping an eye on other people's journey. And, like, I met someone last year during the Lunar New Year event where, like, I kept checking in on their, like, progress and how much Pokeyen they had made as a fresh account, like a newer player during the Abundant Shrine. It was so cool to, like, see this newer player popping off and really grinding and all this stuff, right? There's a lot of beauty there, but there is also the logical benefits of, like, dude, look at Shiny War. One of the only reasons that Team Mister and Field Team 7 specifically was able to, like, win Shiny War was due to their connections and that's like they spent time socializing. It's not like it's not like a Nepo baby situation. They weren't born with these connections because of their parents. They went out and they got them. Like, they went out and they talked. They used translators. They talked to the Chinese community. I made a video recently. If you haven't seen it, I really recommend it. It was one of my favorite PokeMMO videos I've watched in the past ever in all time, dude. Explaining how Field Team 7 they probably won Shiny War, and how they smuggled 250,000 Dittos from the Chinese Ditto farming syndicate, which is actually, sounds like a fucking plot out of a James Bond movie, but it's a real thing in PokeMMO that you would only know about if you are deeply enrooted in the community and you communicate and network with people, which everyone has the opportunity and the possibility to do, but a lot of us kind of let it slip by the wayside and forget about it. So it's such a, the point is, use the event season as an excuse to make friends and an excuse to meet people. It's a great way to do it, man. It's a lot of fun. You'll be glad you did. Well, Brewski just gifted 10 subs. Do you know what that means, fellas? The claw symbol is on stream. That is an activation. We have a claw moment ahead of us, fellas. Let's get the camera set up. The claw. Alrighty, fellas, are you ready? It is time for another claw activation thanks to our boy Brewski. Wish me luck. Let's go ahead and jump into it. What will we be doing for the next hour or so until the catch event? I want to try to grab one of these top ones if possible. Ooh, I'm getting a little stuck though on it. Wait a minute, that's not good. We can open the claw, bring it down to this yellow one. Go down. This should be an easy one though. I'm going for the easy one today, boys. All right, I can't even, my depth perception is terrible today, I guess. Okay, easy grab. We got it. We drop it. Boom. That is a victory. I have to, like, trigger the boom. That is a victory. Let's see what it is, fellas. Hard scale farming. Boo! Boo! Lame! That's even worse than amulet coin farming. What the fuck? We are just instruments of the godlike machinery that is the claw. We cannot resist the urges that the claw must incur on us, fellas. But on the good news, on the bright side, it is one more boring option out of the claw, okay? This is how many we've completed, like 6 of these, I think, so far. Yeah, 6 different options. Every day we remove a hard scale farm, remove an XP training, we get closer and closer to the 1 mil Pokeyen giveaway, the 1000 RP, like all that stuff, right? So every single one removed, boring good important progress for the accounts is we get closer and closer to the fun one. So one day we will we've used it 6 times, dude. We've used the claw 6 times. Those stay out of the claw until we get through every single little option in it, and then we'll restock it one day with new options. Oh, the event has started. The event is here. I'm going to be nest balling this entire event. Hopefully I have enough nest balls. I have 98. Hopefully that should be enough. We should be catching a lot of Pokemon in this event. This is my very first catch of the event. It's from 2:30 p.m. to 3:30. Very weird time frame. Let's see how this plays out. Rattata catch, first catch. Let's see. Calm nature. Not pretty average, a little bit of above average. Someone said, is the encounter counter still a thing? I tried to install it last night. We're having trouble. Thankfully, now you can get the old encounter counter if you want to, if you want to install a separate one. But there's just an official encounter counter in game now, dude. So you see this thing in the top right? This is an official new in-game. Now I have a custom overlay, the Shuckle overlay, which is pretty new, but this is an in-game feature. As long as you have 1 Elite Four defeated, you can open up the encounter counter in-game. You might not have if it's not on your screen, go to your Pokedex icon on the bottom right and then click that and then click encounter tracker and it'll bring it up. If you have it, like, you can close it, for example, with like the X button, and now it's off screen. But then if I just do this, it opens it back up. So yeah, use the in-game encounter counter. It's gonna be way more consistent, way more official, and you can't like cheat it in any way, which is awesome. Dude, look at our boxes after that event. We just finished the catch event. All of this got full. This is gonna be annoying as hell to clean. And then even over here, whew. Good luck to everybody submitting. I'll see you guys with the results. We got like a cool breeder, 2 times. I don't think I caught anything super exciting, but that's catch events. That's how it goes. Good luck to everybody submitting. All right, fellas, we have catch event results unrolling. The belly drums and drum rolls are happening. In 4th place with 17 points, Carteen. I think someone in chat said they had, that's someone in chat that had a lower score. 17 points, 4th place. That's a pretty low point. I always say 4th place is generally around 20 and lower. Someone claimed there was a 6-point bell spread. I always say, don't believe any claims you hear during a catch event until you actually see the linked Pokemon, because people just fib or lie or try to like get people to give up by saying like, oh, I caught a 180, so you guys should just give up and not even try. Like, you see it a fair bit, hilariously. 3rd place, 171 to TRRE. That's me. Someone in did you get 4th or 3rd? Someone in chat got one of these. It's your first catch event? Did you get 1st place or 4th place or 3rd place, Flixer? Congratulations, dude. Wait, Brewski has does Brewski have a good score? Wait, I'm curious. Yeah, who in chat? So third place is 171, also a bit high. 2nd place, 173. What are these names? Tykyr, Tikyr. That's 2nd place, 173. 1st place, 175. Cluck. Congratulations. This guy, this is a good bit. This guy like put his own name. Congratulations, everybody. Really good catch event. There's catch events like 3 times a week in PokeMMO, if not more. If you're interested, definitely, they're a lot of fun. You can make some Pokeyen, you can lose some Pokeyen, you can have a chance at an overarching prize, and also just get like involved in the community a bit more. So check them out if you can. They're a lot of fun. Okay, this is actually sick. Unironically, this is one of the most impressive Iron Man achievements I've seen so far. Brewski was like, hey, do you want to see my alpha Pokemon on my Iron Man, my collection of alphas? And I was like, yeah, dude, sure, why not? I love seeing stuff like that. This is box number 1. This is box number 2. This is an Iron Man account. He has been online enough and had the account created long enough and consistent enough to catch all of these, okay? This is box 1. 60 alphas. We see a Salamence, a Garchomp, Lucario. This is box number 2. Mamoswine, some cool Mons, Lapras, whatever. Box 3. We're not done yet. Box 3. cool stuff, whatever. And then box 4, he has down to like he has like 3.5 boxes, over 3.5 boxes full of alphas, and he has, what's even more impressive to me, 9 alpha dittos. He has one more, 10 alpha dittos. How has there even like 10 alpha dittos in the Iron Man has only existed for like less than 5 months. That has to be every single alpha ditto that has spawned in the past 5 months. Like 10 alpha dittos that's the craziest one to me. And also the fact that he's not breeding them, the fact that he's just kept all of them raw is like so impressive. This is a really fucking neat achievement in my opinion. Alrighty though, fellas, I think that's going to be the perfect place to call it. A lot of things mentioned, a lot of things talked about, a lot of progress made. Hopefully you guys enjoyed another PokeMMO stream recap. This is stream recap 399. Tomorrow will be 400 if I'm live, and I think I should be live, but we'll see. The rest of this week we'll play it by ear. Thank you guys for watching. Like the stream if you enjoyed it, dislike if not. Follow the Twitch for streams Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. Discord's down below if you're interested in that. Subscribe for daily PokeMMO videos. I do upload every single day. Spidget live with OSRS. Or you guys know who I'm raiding afterwards. Stick around for the raid, Pog. TLDR, have a great day. Play PokeMMO, have fun, play the games you enjoy, and I'll see you guys freaking tomorrow, okay? But for now, peace of Reno, fellas. Yo, what's up? Outro Patrouski here, and I wanted to take this time to say thank you to everyone who goes above and beyond and supports my channel. Your names are all listed here. You make it possible for me to make helpful and mildly entertaining content for the game that I love and make it available for free for everyone to enjoy. Thank you so much for allowing me to even be here.